Miss Bento. So, 40 raised to the power of 3. That is 64,000. And I'm just saying that number because that's the amount of that's the total amount of combinations you can have on these master locks or these rotary combination locks. I think owning these locks is very handy and useful, and why not? Because they're very simple to use, they're very easy to access, they're very cheap, and they're very handy. Um, I also speak from experience. In my senior year of high school, my headphones were unfortunately stolen because I didn't use one of these master rotary combination locks. Today I'm going to give some information just on some locks and their history, who invented them, and then I'm going to demonstrate on how to open these locks. So, to begin with, these are rotary combination locks. Rotary combination locks were invented by a guy named Linus Yale Jr. Linus Yale Jr. invented many locks, but he's very known for inventing these type of locks. He invented these in 1862, according to Britannica, and they've been in use ever since. Now, according to MrNumberLocks.edu, there's hundreds of locks you can get. These are just one of hundreds of locks you can get, but these are one of the most common types of locks you'll probably see. So, according to HowStuffWorks.com, there are two groups of locks. So, there are Group 1 locks and there's Group 2 locks. Group 1 locks are the more complex locks, the bigger locks, heavier locks that are going to lock up probably bigger things, things that are more valuable, things that, require more security, while Group 1 locks also are usually have complex combinations, so they might have 6 number combinations, whereas these are Group number 2 locks, which the lock I'm talking about today is a Group number 2 lock. Group number 2 locks are more simple locks that are used, just in simple settings, stuff that are not too big, and they usually are only number 1 or 2. They're usually only 1, 2, 3 numbers long for combinations, and they're very common and very accessible in stores. Now, to this part, to open one of these master locks. Okay, so opening a lock is very, very precise and direction oriented. So the direction matters, and being right on the number matters because these things are sensitive. So whether you're going clockwise or anti-clockwise, that matters. So to start out, the combination of this lock is 163811. Just to start out. So to start out, you want to set your lock on 0. Boom, 0. So 0. And as I said, the combination of this particular lock I have is 163811. So obviously if you have a different lock, it's going to be a different combination, but this is just a way to demonstrate. So the first step, as you already have your lock set on 0, you want to go around clockwise, turn your dial clockwise 3 times around 0. Clockwise 3 times around 0. So 1, 2, 3. Now that I've gone around clockwise 3 times around 0, I'm going to now go to my first number. So in this case, we're going to go to 16. Boom, we're at 16. Okay, so we went around the 0 3 times clockwise. Now, we're going to go counterclockwise around our first number, in this case 16. So we're going to go counterclockwise around 16 once. So counterclockwise around our first number once. So whatever your first number may be, you just go counterclockwise around your first number once. So we're going to go around 16 once, counterclockwise. So I'm going counterclockwise, there once around 16. Now we go to our second number, 38. 38. So now we're 2/3 done. So now 16, 38, 11 is the combination. Now to finish off, we just go straight to our last number. So in this case, we just go straight to 11 clockwise. Clockwise, you don't have to go around it once, twice, three times like before. You go right to your number once, or just go straight to your number, in this case, 11. Clockwise, you go clockwise. Important. Boom. So once you get to your last number, 11, then you can pull the shackle. Then once you practice, you'll be able to go faster with it. So, you know, I do really think these are really important to know in your life. They're very simple to just use. As you can see, as I said before, my senior year of high school, as I got my headphones were stolen because I didn't have one of these guys. I think these you'll thank them later, and they'll come in very handy when you want to lock stuff up. Um, just to summarize, this is a very important tool. Lots of history. This is just one of many different types of locks. Um, this is just how to open them. Very, very, very not too complicated. Um, they're very cheap too. So you can purchase a lock. They're about you can purchase a one from like any local store for about $5. They're very cheap. So that's why I think they are very good to own. So thank you.